last week's task, the White Knights showed how perfectly they bonded and were on top of their game. Anushka performed the task with a much shaken confidence, but somehow managed to complete it without a hitch. Jamani Dev Forest, the deep end of the Satpura Tiger Reserve. Getting lost in this dense forest is as easy as blinking. Here the Polarises will be used for what they are best at. Deep in this jungle, teams will play some hide and seek, but with a little devious twist.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I can see all of you focused and determined. Sakshi, I'm asking you in particular, do you think your teammate Chirag could have performed better than he did the last time? Good. How do you think, Chirag, you performed in the past few weeks? Do you think now, reflecting at this point of time, that you could have done better?
To be honest with you, Keith, I do feel a little disappointed in my lapse of judgment about the previous task.
Where do you think your problem lies, Chirag?
I think my problem lies when in a little bit of anxiety, because I was rushing too much into the moment.
I think if you take 2 steps back, it will serve you well in life. Do you think you have it in you to go till the very end?
Yes.
Good. Midnight Thrillers, you are a thinker. What do you think is your strength?
Our strength is in troubles driving.
Also the navigation part. I can solve maps and navigation.
You've got good visual skills and you solve things well. Remember that. You just might need it. Lightning Challengers, Anushka, what do you think your strength is?
My strength is perseverance, so I can persevere to a task even though maybe at the time I find it's getting a little difficult, so I think that's my strength.
Prem?
My strength lies in keeping myself composed. I don't lose it very early. And
Do you think that's a problem sometimes? Do you think you get a little
yes,
with?
I think that's also my problem because I don't get this sense of extreme competition in me going very easy. So I think that is where my strength and weakness both lies.
Sandeep, if there is one weakness, one crink in the armor, where would it be?
As of now, we're doing very good, and there's nothing that I can point out at this moment. I think we are doing good. We just need to maintain the same phase that we're going in.
Some amount of anxiety I could add.
This is a competition. So remember this, we are very close to an elimination. Today is a defining moment. It's a very important task and it scores very highly. Those of you who've fallen back can make up lost ground, and those of you who've been ahead can push further. But only 3 will get into the finale. Today is about teamwork. It is essential to know where your strength lies. It is doubly important to know where the weakness of the other is. So let me now tell you what today's challenge is all about.
In the deep trenches of the Jamani Dev Forest in the Satpura Tiger Reserve, this time, teams create a situation for the other team to lose. This time, the 4 remaining teams are paired and pitted against each other. It's all in the Polaris, where one team designs the challenge by hiding 8 flags in the dense thicket of the forest. Their time, 25 minutes. The other team member will be the pillion, but he or she will be blindfolded. The rival team facing the challenge gets just 20 minutes to scout for those 8 flags. They now depend on the instinct and gut feeling of the earlier blindfolded team member. Penalties are severe for overshooting time limits, and teams are not allowed to hide the flags more than 50 feet away from the main jungle track.
These cards hold the names of 3 teams. I'm going to give the privilege to the White Knights to pick any of these 3 cards. White Knights, step ahead and pick any card for your competition. There are no friends here. Pick it. Go back, please. And that's all we need. The White Knights up against the Lightning Challengers, and the Midnight Thrillers. You're going to go toe to toe, cheek to cheek, up against your opponents, the Sapphire Soldiers. White Knights, please step forward. Lightning Challengers. White Knights, my question to you. Who will be driving?
Sandeep.
Sandeep, please step forward. Lightning Challengers, my question to you. Who will go blindfolded with Sandeep?
I will.
Anushka, please step forward. Good luck to the both of you. Anushka, I'm going to give Sandeep blindfold. He's going to blindfold you. Then I will give him his 8 flags. He then leads you to the starting point, whence the challenge begins. Sandeep, your 8 flags.
Thank you.
Lead Anushka. Anushka, are you a little disoriented?
Not yet.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It would be a new experience. We've always been very harmonious for the most part, but now the competition had to be raised. I had thought to myself कि जाने के पहले कि I would try to understand which direction he would go in, and I would get a feel from the road. And because there's so much of potential noise, like चलने की आवाज़ या चढ़ने की आवाज़ या झाड़ों की आवाज़, so I thought that it would be easy.
The task here was very tricky. So I did a bit of off-roading, and here and there I had to do complete off-roading, extreme off-roading rather, to hide the flag.
Sandeep was basically the driver, and he took me through all the possible jatpattiyan. I remember thinking if I didn't have the helmet on, I would have really probably gotten whiplashed by those branches quite badly. Sandeep kept on reversing, and I couldn't get a proper placement for how many degrees he was turning, because there was a time he took circles and it was very confusing.
I did face a little bit of challenge there because, you know, while going into extreme off-roading, the thing is I go in one direction ahead. Difficult because there was a tree right behind me, and there was no space to turn the vehicle, so I had to go a little more extreme and then come back reverse all the way. Well, initially I did not think of any strategy, but it so happened that I placed the flag and I decided, no, this is not the right place to place it. And I took back the flag and I took reverse and I went ahead to place it to another place. But that came up as a strategy because, you know, here I actually tricked the other opponent.
I was trying to keep a note how many of the flags were to the right or to the left, so that I could give frame at least some kind of direction when the blindfold was taken off.
I was just so random that, you know, I could go left, right and center. So those cars handled really well. I'm very glad that the car is so stable.
Using that time, we came back, and when the blindfold was taken off, I remember it was really sunny, and I remember being a little disoriented. I remember just the brightness getting to me.
Today I was very pumped, and I think Anushka was as well. We went for the kill today. आज हमारे पास options नहीं थे आज. Either it was this time or the last time.
You cannot actually calculate how much distance we had gone in when I was blindfolded.